We kick off WrestleMania 41 with the very first match, Jey Uso versus Gunther for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Jey Uso was really over with the entire audience. Just doing absolute huge reaction. And it's funny because I was there live when Jey Uso had won the WWE Royal Rumble into the 2025 one. And man, the audience reaction, including myself, we were going crazy with all the yeeting, and there was a lot of chatter on the internet that Jey Uso was not ready. A lot of fans did not like it, but man, you look at the audience there, and I called up my friend, the man 0001, who was live there in attendance, and he said, yeah, everyone was lit for that entrance, and it looked like it, absolutely. So when it came to the match, Jey Uso is doing actually a lot of new moves. So that's one of the biggest complaints about Jey Uso is that, oh man, what's going on when he does a lot of the moves, just a lot of super kick spamming and splashes and Samoan drops. Well, here he was breaking out some of Gunther's repertoire with German suplexes, power bombs, and Gunther kept trying to put him away, and that was kind of like the story of the match. Jey Uso proving that he can do more than those 5 to 6 moves that people claim he can only do. And I will say this was better than their match that they had on Saturday night's main event. The crowd, he didn't sound as intense, which seemed to be maybe like sort of something that was going on all night. Maybe it was the audio engineering, not sure on that part. But overall, in the end, the biggest thing that I really liked about the storytelling aspect of this match is that Jey Uso, he ends up hitting Gunther with a power bomb, and then he gets the German suplex, and after that after he does the German suplex, he ends up going in for the splashes, the big Samoan, the big splashes off the top rope, and he ends up putting Gunther in the sleeper, which is of course Gunther's submission move. And after that, Gunther, he ends up tapping out, having been warned out too much by Jey Uso to get the big win. Overall, the match, definitely, I was saying, did not feel like a WrestleMania main event. It was better than some of their matches, but not the best that I've seen, I would say, out of Gunther's matches. But overall, I do respect Jey Uso trying some new moves, and I really enjoyed the story because that was the whole idea. Gunther constantly telling Jey Uso that he's a clown, he's a goof, coming out doing the dancing and yimple, like the yeeting, right? What did he say? Simple gestures for simple people. And the irony of it all in the story is that Gunther taps out for the first time on the main roster to Jey Uso. Jey Uso basically out-wrestled Gunther. I really like that. Overall, I don't think I'm really clamoring to see these two wrestle again. We've had it 4 times, but this match gave the desired outcome, and it didn't feel like a waste of time, because how many times, and I mentioned this going back to the Royal Rumble 2025 review, how many times during Vince McMahon's later era did we see someone like Jey Uso, whether it been a guy or a gal, who got really hot with the audience, they're selling merch, they're pushing the audience, they're selling tickets, they're showing all the signs there that tell you the people want this person as their guy, as their girl, and Vince McMahon, for whatever reason, did not push them. Well, here in Triple H's era of booking, we are seeing that. Jey Uso, he has steadily gotten huge reactions from the audience. He has gotten a huge amount of merchandise sold. Like I said, when I went to the Royal Rumble out there in Indianapolis, there was Jey Uso merch everywhere. There was people yeeting here and people yeeting there, everywhere. And it's clear that the audience, at least the paying audience, I would say, that's coming out in attendance, they paid for Jey Uso here to see him, and it was a huge moment. And as someone who's been following Jey Uso's career since him and Jimmy, along with Tamina, debuted back in 2010, so 15 years now, it's so great to see Jey Uso win the championship. That is just fantastic. I'm all glad for it, and I'm very proud to see Jey Uso. You gotta know Rikishi's a proud papa. Jey Uso truly has come a long way.